Hi, and welcome to another Solibri tutorial. Today we're going to be going over different ways to visualize your models in Solibri. Solibri can be quite helpful with visualizing different things. So one way we can do it is with color maps. So you can see that I right-clicked on the model, went to Set Color Map, and we have a lot of them that are already preset. We can try one of them out. So for an example, this is how the electrical color map looks like. These are the color maps that Solibri has created. But fortunately, we can make our own color map from scratch. So if we zoom in, we click on New Color Map here, and we start adding rows for different components. So let's say that I want to color components differently. This is the model that I have right now is MEP. So let's say I'm putting the pipes as pink. Pipe fittings, I can also color greenish. And another row, I can maybe take objects that are most often mechanical equipment that came from Revit. And valves, I'm going to make that purple. So we have set it now. We can save it to our desktop if we want to, but let's get a quick preview at how this would look like. So not only can I color it this way, I can also define other parameters. So I can, for an example, only color valves from a specific system. I can color the whole model based on systems, where you can then see different systems colored differently. That could be helpful. Another way to color your model is using classifications. Classifications are just a way of categorizing. They can be seen here in the information takeoff and also in the model tab. So let's just do it from here. We can start by making a new classification. Define the name of the classification, the description if we want to. And the way classifications work are by taking components that we can define here, creating certain rules, and based on those rules, classifying those components. So, for an example, we can classify only objects. This classification is going to be only for objects. Here is where we set our rules, and here is where the components are listed. Since we don't have the classification rules, all of them are unclassified right now. But as soon as we add some, they're gonna start getting classified. In order to have a better overview of your components' parameters, we can add these columns that then bring the values of certain instances. So in this case, I want to categorize my components by volume. So I'm going to add this column to see what different volumes I have in my model. And we can see that it's a pretty big range. Based on this, I can make my classification rules. So we add a new rule, that's a new row. And we can see that Solibri already offers us a way how to make them. So we can make rules in any of these columns, but specifically for today, I'm going to make a volume rule. So I can choose an operator. Since it's a numerical value, this is how the interface looks like. My first classification is going to be objects that are more than 70 liters. And I'm going to name the classification name like that. You can name it however you want. My second classification is going to entail objects that are less than 70, but more than 20. So a mid-range. I will name this between 20 and 70 liters. And finally, I need to have a classification for the ones that are less than 20 liters. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Less than 20 liters, it registers it already like this and give it the appropriate name. So if we take a look at our components right now, okay, we can see that there is one unclassified, and that's because it has precisely 70 liters, so it doesn't fit in any of these categories. So what I can do is change this one to be greater or equal to. And now we can see that all of them are classified automatically. And Solibri, at this point, reads the classification names that I have put in. So when I come to this panel, which is the place where I define the colors, if I just add classification, it's going to already know the names. So here we have the 3 classifications that I used in my rules, and I just need to define the colors for it to work perfectly. I'm going to go for a blue and a purple, and we can go red like this. So we click OK, and here we have our preview. We can see that most of them are pink, but again, this depends on how you set the rules.